First and foremost, I want to give call hello Yahawah by Hashem YAHAWASHI. It's the name of the Heavenly Father Yahawah and His Son YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's the brother Quataz Ballah coming from SICARRI, Baltimore. Today's topic is control your spirit. This topic is, it was just something that I have to kind of reflect on and think about from time to time. And it's really just making sure you're not becoming angry, in every situation that you quite possibly have the right to be angry about. We have to learn how to control our mouths, control our tempers, and make sure that, we're dealing wisely, especially in this particular world, because there's so many things that can just completely piss you off that you'll find yourself going crazy. What does it say? Oppression makes a wise man mad. Right. So, and of course there is a time and a place for everything, but ultimately, more times than not, you should control your spirit and not let your anger get the best of you. So we'll start with this Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. And let's read this in the NLT. Better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. So this thing is literally telling you it's better for you to have self-control and to be patient versus being able to conquer a city. And that patience is something that will allow you to not be quick to be angry. Even if there are times where you very well could be pissed off about something, and you could have the right to be pissed off, it doesn't mean that you always should. There's a lot of things that go on now. You look at all the different judgments that are happening in the earth, man. People have road rage. Next thing you know, somebody's car shot up. People upset, having arguments out in public. Next thing you know, somebody pulled a gun or a knife or try to run over somebody with a car. It's all types of craziness that happens. What if you have little ones and you decide to open your mouth too quick, and next thing you know, something's happened to them, right? So, you gotta be wise, control your spirit, because these things that can try to push you over the edge is really just demons. It's demons poking at you. It's satanic spirits that are trying to push you in that particular direction. So you got to pray, keep yourself thinking as the Most High would when it comes down to not being quick to anger. So, and actually, let me read that real quick. Let's go to Psalms 103. And 8. Yahawah is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. And let's read it in the NLT. Yahawah is compassionate and merciful, slow to get angry, and filled with unfailing love. Just think if the Most High was not merciful, or if he wasn't slow to get angry with us, majority of us pretty much all of us, would be put to death for the sins that we've committed and the breaking of the commandments that we've done in this world, and just all sorts of crazy wickedness that we've done in our lives, right? So the Most High, he's slow, he's merciful, he gives us time to repent, and we have to do the same thing when we're dealing with people too. I'm not saying that that there's not a time and a place to correct somebody and to give a sharp correction. But a lot of times we automatically go from 0 to 10, and we probably only need to go from maybe like 0 to 3, slow ourselves down a little bit, evaluate the situation better. And then, maybe just take a step back before something happens where you can't take back, the particular thing that your anger is going to push you to do. Next thing you know, you're sitting inside of a prison cell, falling right into Esau's trap. Let's go to Let's go to Proverbs 19 and 11. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. Right? In the NLT, sensible people control their temper. They earn respect by overlooking wrongs. It's at certain times you're going to have to overlook people's wrongs. One thing we have to understand, us in this walk, is us keeping law, statutes, and commandments. We have to, and the Most High really does hold us to this, hold us to a different standard also. But we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard and not acting like these fools in the world. You know, I mean, it's some stupid people that are out there that just do all kind of dumb, crazy things. I mean, you watch some of the folly that goes on YouTube, some things that go on social media. I mean, it's all sorts of madness that is out there. You know, our people are already out here killing each other in the streets over being angry over some of the dumbest things. Just some of the stupid things. Killing each other over women, stupid. Killing each other over people stepping on your shoes. Killing each other. Oh, he said something, disrespected me. You know, all these different things. And if people would just take a step back, and really our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you take a step back and realize, like, yo, it's not even worth me even getting this pissed off over this particular situation. You know, if I do this thing to this person and let my anger get the best of me, I'm probably going to end up in jail. You know, or I could be laying 6 feet in the ground somewhere, right? Let's hit Salakia. Let's hit Sirach 10 and 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. The Most High didn't make us to be prideful, and he didn't make us to be furious in anger. A lot of times, our anger comes from our pride, too, you know? Because somebody's showing you up, you got to feel like you got to kind of turn the temperature up a little bit, up the ante, you know, to make it seem like, you know, you're just as big or bigger and badder than the person you're having this argument with. Then the next thing you know, that person pulls out a knife, or their friend pulls out a gun and shoots you in the head from behind. The things and the actions our actions can determine a whole lot of things that go on within inside of our world. And those repercussions don't just have, it doesn't have repercussions on you, it has repercussions on your children, on your other family, you know, people that love you, you know, so forth and so on. So you have to make sure that you're not letting your, number one, your pride get the best of you. And then, of course, that anger, you know, overtaking you. Control your spirits. If you can rule your spirit, I mean, it's priceless. Let's hit Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Right? When you look up this word, fools, is basically somebody who's stupid or silly, right? People who get overly angry are really stupid. It's just something that is innate in them, as people who don't have any type of wisdom, who don't think straight, to automatically get pissed off and get angry. And a lot of times it's just because they want attention. So if you're going to allow your emotions to control you that much, you got to be a dumb person. And whatever things happen to you, because now you've decided that you're bigger and better than this person that you're upset with. You know, like I said, if somebody decides to pull a knife, pull a gun, whatever, now you got to deal with it. You know, I mean, you're stupid for even having that type of a fight or even having that type of an attitude with somebody anyway. Like I said, me myself, at times I have to check my anger, just from the things that go on in this world, work or whatever the case may be. And I know whenever, before I was in the truth, I really could have a temper. Oh man. I mean, I get pissed off about some of the silliest and just stupidest things. I mean, I know between me and my wife, we had some of the craziest arguments, right? But coming into the truth, I learned that a lot of that stuff is silly. A lot of things that I argue with family and friends over was just silly things. That was, this is not even pertaining to arguing about things that are in the truth, just things in everyday life. It's just not even worth it. And when you take a step back and you think before you react, you're going to have better outcomes, and you're going to become wiser too. And you're also going to be able to help and to counsel other people that may have to work on some of these same things. So we should be trying to gain more and more wisdom, when it comes out of it. Let's go to Proverbs 14 and 17. He that is so angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. Right? Let's go to the G&T. People with a hot temper do foolish things. Wiser people remain calm. See? People who are wiser remain calm. So if we're trying to gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you should be a person that's able to remain calm. You shouldn't be a person that is hot-tempered, because you're looked at as being stupid in the eyes of the Most High. Right? Let's go to Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So what does this mean? You can die or live based upon some of the things that you say. You get so pissed off and you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, it can change your life one way or another, right? And whatever that fruit that comes out of that and the things that you said, it could be life or death. It's reading inside the NLT. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences, right? So, number one, control your spirit. You don't always let the first thing that you think about when you're in a maybe in a heated discussion, or you can feel yourself becoming upset over a particular situation. First thing that comes to your mind, you don't want to say it. You want to kind of soak it in a little bit, let that thing settle down, and then make sure that you're saying the correct thing, because we're trying to gain wisdom. If you're able to control yourself, that's a wise person. And if you're not able to, you're looked as being foolish and stupid. It's got a couple more. Let's go to Proverbs 13 and 3. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. So, just to feed off of the last precept, if you can keep your mouth, you can control your mouth, you have a better chance of controlling your the outcome of your life in certain scenarios. But if you run your mouth constantly, I know back in the day, plenty of times knew of brothers that got beat up, stabbed, may have gotten shot, whatever case may be, all because of a verbal altercation. All because, they wanted to they had so much pride in themselves to show that they weren't going to back down. All because the first thing that they felt like they were bigger and badder than somebody else, they just pop off at the mouth. And you always going to have somebody out there that one thinks that they are bigger and badder than you, and then there's always somebody that is bigger and badder than you. So you don't know whenever you're gonna meet your match. You don't know. You really don't know what's going through somebody else's head. So it's better for you to kind of really evaluate them situations, and keep yourself in a place of use wisdom, so that way you can walk away from the situation, and potentially your family members or whoever else that may be there too can walk away safely also. Of course, it's all it's all praise to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. It's his will, but you should be praying for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You should be praying for more patience. You should be praying to have your anger tampered down. You should be praying for these things. Now, as you pray for these type of things, you got to beware of the Most High. He will put you in those scenarios. If you want more patience, if you want to be angry, to get angry less, if you want to work on your spirit and controlling your spirit, he's going to put you in scenarios where you're then going to have to apply. So if you're going through these precepts and you're just like, man, I got to work on my anger or my spirit, then the Most High is going to put you in those scenarios. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready for those scenarios to happen, and take the precepts and apply them. Right. All right. Let's go to Ephesians, and we'll close out. Go to Ephesians 4:26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, right? So, like I said before, there's a time and a place for everything. This is just going into not letting, your anger, control you. You can let your anger control you, and the next thing you know, you're sitting in a jail cell because you've committed a capital murder or a capital punishment, or you've committed some type of assault on somebody. You decided you're going to set something on fire because somebody pissed you off. You don't know, and if you're not applying these scriptures and not using wisdom, those demons, they're gonna put your mind in a whole completely different place. They're gonna put you off on the left hand side, and you need to be keeping yourself on the right hand side. So, but with that, hopefully, you few sisters and brothers are edified. We say, call Allah YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Shalom.